K-Rino radio. K-Rino radio.
And I got a job up there, you know what I'm saying, being a porter. I went up there to be a porter, and I was washing cars up there at Trenton Volkswagen, Suzuki, man, and I was washing cars. I was grateful for to have that job, man. I was washing the paint off them cars. I was glad to have that car job, man. You know, making a little minimum wage job. First job out of prison, man, doing well, man. Grateful for it. Didn't have them stipulations, so I'm going to work every day, showing up on time, doing what I needed to do. Stayed there about 6 months washing cars. They loved me because I was, you know, on time, doing, you know what I'm saying, I just had everything. They couldn't imagine somebody like me getting cars that clean, staying to work on time. You know, yes or no, sir. I'm just glad to have a job. So it was one day one of the managers had an article in the paper from that particular car dealership, and the article said, you know, needing a car salesman. And I seen that in the newspaper, and I showed up the next day, not in my clothes to wash the cars. I rode up in a suit and a tie, you know what I'm saying, sitting in the man's office, and he asked me where I going. He thought I was going to some funeral or something. I said, no, I'm in here to apply for that salesman job. It's making more money to me out there than son, you know what I'm saying? So he just looked at me, but he was amazed because I was, you know, I come straight up and told him, yeah, he asked me, could I do it? I said, yeah, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Well, it took me 3-4 months to learn the paperwork. Took me, I've always had the gift of gab to talk to people, meet and greet. So I was able to, because I come from an environment where I was talking to people, meeting and greet. 6 months later, man, I was doing great, making 3 times the money I was making outside on commission. And then I eventually, times got even better, man. You know, the Volkswagen hit the market, man, and I started selling many of them Volkswagen, making $50,000 a year, then going from $50,000 a year to $100,000 a year, salesman of the year. Oh man, the people were loving me at that car dealership. But I'm gonna tell you something. In the used car business, it's one of the most wickedest places you want to be, man. If you want to be a used car salesman, you got to be dirty, man. And what that does is break down your moral fiber if you're trying to move forward. Because again, in that car business, man, you become a great car dealer, and the gravy of the used car dealer, the gravy money of the used car dealership, listen, sisters, black women is the gravy of the used car business.
Man, come on now.
Because they was teaching used car salesmen, if you had a manager, don't let black women lead a lot.
Wow.
Put in a car, let her go to church in it on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? When she come back on Monday, if she can buy the car, don't sell it to her at the price she want to pay the car note on it. Sell it to her for almost twice the price. And then she'll buy it because she don't want to go back to the neighborhood in that old car of hers no more. And they tell you this
here. She had something to compare to, but in the long run, they still know they selling you a limit.
Exactly. And so therefore, you know, but in the wickedness, but you know, other people come in there, they don't treat them the way, you know, they want you to treat your own people in that kind of wicked way. So, you know, I wanted to move on because that wasn't who I wanted to become, even behind the money. You know what I'm saying? So I transferred and left there after being there 7 years. I stayed there 7 years. I come to Houston, man, and a powerful, I started working here, selling cars again because I needed a job here when I got to Houston to get back on my feet. I knew I could sell cars. So I went out to Mack Hike Chevrolet and started selling cars out there for a while. But my ultimate goal was to always start back my program, Operation Outreach.